Hi guys, today is going to be another law of assumption advice video. This one's more along mental diet. I kind of just thought of this off the top of my head, so bear with me if I repeat myself or anything. I haven't pre-planned this. I thought I should just speak from my experience, from the top of my head, whatever advice comes to mind. So yeah, hopefully the video is not too chaotic. Please do thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like more law of assumption videos. And also just a quick reminder that I am offering coaching services, something kind of spontaneous that I've started, but I think I have a lot of great advice. I've had a lot of success myself, as you'll have seen from my kind of manifestation success story videos. So yeah, all the information is on my Instagram page called LOA Coaching. Or you can email me, and I will just advise you and give you guys all information that you need about my coaching prices and everything if you are curious. All the information is on that Instagram page if you would like some kind of one-on-one coaching with me. Quick disclaimer that I'm not an expert on manifestation, nor on law of assumption or Neville Goddard. I have just been practicing my own way of my own mental diet, taken on advice from people like Sammy Ingram, Kim Velez, just people I've watched over the years, and just advice from other people who practice law of assumption, conscious manifestation. So for me, my understanding of a mental diet is keeping your thoughts kind of aligned and on the same wavelength as your manifestations. So let's say you're trying to manifest a new car. Your thoughts really should be, I'm so excited for my new car, like I'm so grateful to get this car. I can't believe like I've been driving my dream car already. I love it. It's so amazing. Oh my gosh, my friends are gonna be so happy or jealous or whatever. It's thinking thoughts like that. It's not, oh, what if I can't afford the car? Like as soon as you think that, you need to flip it and realign it to match what you want. It's really that simple. Just think thoughts that match up with what you want. Think as if you already have it. That's literally a mental diet. So just be conscious of your thoughts. Recognize when you're not thinking positively, which can take a little bit of practice because yeah, we're so used to just thinking on autopilot. We have so many just automatic responses and reactions mentally that it can take a bit of time, a couple days even, to really be aware and recognize and like catch yourself in the moment. I think the key is to really catch yourself straight away so that your mind even quicker starts to change those thought processes. So instead of something bad happening, your mind will start to panic and worry and bring up negative thoughts. Instead, you'll be like, okay, I'm not going to panic about this. I'm not going to think anything negative. And you literally just force yourself. You're like this situation is perfect. This situation is perfect. So you don't even allow yourself to have that reaction or emotion or panic. You just stop that moment of panic, if that makes sense. So basically, you just want to have a really strict, clean thought process. Whatever desires you have, try and really, just force yourself to think positively. It's basically the first couple days or even weeks, you are going to have to just force yourself to do it. So for me, something that helps, I'm not wearing it right now, but normally I wear a little hair tie on my wrist, and that's a trick I learned from a coach, where when you have a negative thought, because I guess you just kind of plan it, or you can write a note, a sticky note, put it in front of you, be like, whenever a negative thought comes up, flip it. So you remind yourself and you're more conscious of it. But I was so focused, I was like, I have to work on my mental diet, that I just remembered it naturally. I knew in the moment, every negative thought, I would flip it. So you kind of like flick your wrist with the hair tie, so you kind of pull it and it snaps against your wrist, and that kind of gives your body a little reaction, a little pinch, and then that can be a good reminder for you to, when you have that negative thought, instantly you kind of punish your mind for it. I know that sounds a little extreme, like punish yourself, but it's literally just like flicking a hair tie once or twice and then being like, hey, no, flipping the thought. No, they aren't going to ignore me. They're going to text me. They're texting me right now. They love me. Flipping it into something like that, whatever your situation is, just say the opposite of the negative thought or repeat your affirmation. So that's just a little way to train your mind. I don't know the psychology behind it or, the kind of the way I don't know the way your brain would react to that, but somehow flicking the hair tie and kind of snapping at your wrist with it does help you a lot. I've had fewer negative thoughts, and I've heard other people say that it works. It's a good little trick and method and technique to help with your mental diet. Another thing you can do is literally just in your mind, just immediately be like, no, or shut up, no, shut up, ego. So yeah, I actually named my ego. I named her Felicia because, yeah, and then one of my friends named hers Karen, because you just pick a really annoying name or something that's like synonymous with, you know, people, I don't know, some kind of joke, because, you know, everyone was like, bye Felicia, like Felicia was seen as like this annoying name, right, for a while. So that's why I was like Felicia. So I'm like, shut up Felicia. I flick the hair tie, and then I flip the thought, and I do it 3 or 4 times. So I'll loop the affirmation that I'm saying. So for example, it might be like, oh my gosh, bills are increasing, the price, like, you know, my monthly bill prices are increasing. And then that's not really that negative, but sometimes I might be like, start to worry a little bit, or be like, oh gosh, like I should, you know, be earning more money for this then. And then I'll flick the hair tie and be like, shut up Felicia, I'm already so rich, I'm extremely rich, I am very, very rich. And I'll just repeat that over and over until, yeah, for like sometimes even up to a minute, or even just 5-6 times to say it helps, you know, trick my subconscious mind into focusing on that thought process instead of the panic. So it's kind of like you completely negate and kind of erase those negative thoughts you just had by flipping it with your mental diet. So another part of mental diet is that you should already naturally have those thoughts, but that's kind of where the act of forcing yourself to think it comes in. So as I was saying, you just want to literally manually, physically put those thoughts in your mind. It probably won't come up naturally, because if it came up naturally, you'd already have your manifestation, because that would mean your subconscious already believed those new positive assumptions, right? So for now, you just have to consciously think those thoughts. So it might feel natural, you might not feel any good emotions, but just do it anyway. So let's say you're manifesting an SP, you just want to say, you know, if you're walking, let's say you're walking around your house, and throughout the day, and you're like, oh, I'm so happy that my SP is here with me. I'm so glad that, you know, I live here with SP, and say their name instead of SP, but be like, oh, I wonder what SP is going to cook me for lunch today. I love being in a relationship with him. That sort of thing. And it might feel really silly and unnatural, and you might get anxious because you're still in that old story of not having it. So you know you're lying to yourself, but your subconscious doesn't know that. It only reacts to the thoughts and images you put into your mind. So just force those thoughts. Just have an inner conversation with yourself. If you watch a TV show, something I like to do, for example, is if I watch a TV show and someone talks about something that I'm manifesting, like let's say someone just got a promotion at work, or they're doing really well. Let's say I'm watching a YouTube vlog and they're like really successful YouTuber, and they're like, oh my God, I just hit 1 million subscribers. Instead of being like, oh, that's what I wonder how long it's going to take, I'll just say out loud to myself if I'm alone, like, oh, I have that too. I've already manifested 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I already have that. I can relate to their happiness because I'm at the exact same place. And I'll just say that to myself, which it's not natural. I consciously chose to say it, but it's part of the mental diet to just start a good daily routine of repeating those kind of thoughts and ideas to yourself. So like I said, whatever topic it is, it can be your literal affirmations that you loop every day, or it can be just anything that suggests you have your manifestation. So to summarize, you want to focus on most importantly, recognizing and flipping those negative thoughts. Just either write it down, make a mental note, whatever you need to do to remember to do it. Just be conscious. And I think once you put that idea into your mind and you're aware of the idea of a mental diet, it will probably become more easier, more natural, and you'll be like, oh wait, I did just a minute ago, I had a negative thought. For me, it took a while, but now I get so used to it. I know when something negative comes up, I recognize it almost instantly. So for me, I almost instantly can flip it and be like, no, that's not true. And I'll be like, shut up, ego, shut up, Felicia. Because I like to get a little bit sassy and angry and like reprimand my ego. I think it helps me kind of get rid of that old mindset and way of thinking. So I'll do that, and then I'll immediately just start looping my positive affirmations and positive words. And yeah, then I also sometimes, if I have time, if I'm not having a really busy, hectic day, I will also just literally do the conscious thinking method where, because that's part of it too, you should also be not only flipping negative thoughts, but introducing the positive thoughts. So I will tell myself, I love my life, I'm so happy, everything's perfect, I love being so rich, like I am extremely wealthy, I am so lucky, I can literally not work a day in my life, I love that I'm just the richest woman ever. Or yeah, I'll just make up stories even sometimes, being like, I wonder what car I'm gonna go out and buy tomorrow. Maybe I should buy another Lamborghini. I don't own a Lamborghini, but I'll say crazy things like that because just putting that into your mind is positive. So hopefully that all makes sense. It's not too complicated. It's just about having strong willpower and self-discipline to really focus on the type of thoughts you're having, and then put in the effort to just flip them. The effort can get, you know, a little bit more tedious when you're first starting out, because you can get thousands of negative thoughts a day. Because when you start being aware of it, you'll realize just how many negative thoughts you have, considering that we have 70,000 thoughts a day. So that's probably the hardest part, the first couple of days of starting this new mental diet routine. And yeah, for me, sometimes it was every 5 minutes I was having to flip a thought, and it gets really boring and annoying and upsetting sometimes, where I just be so frustrated with myself. But I would still flip. I'd be like, no, that's not true. I just told you. He thinks this, he wants this person treats me like this. And you just go do it over and over and over until eventually it just becomes natural. So that is my summary and my experience with mental diet. I do hope this helped you guys. I hope it was useful. So please thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.